The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the Great Legend. I'm coming at you live. And tonight, we got a kick-ass show. We're going to do a little bit of haircutting the Legends Fro. But forevermore, we got the lovely Kat Wren Figures tonight here live. Kat Wren, what's going on?
Nothing much. It is the day of all days. It is Friday the 13th, guys. You know what that means? It means we're going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking about some Jason. We're going to be killing some teenagers, maybe with sleeping bags, maybe with machetes, maybe with a weed whacker. Who really knows?
Man,
but we're going to have a fun show tonight.
We got next to you the guy with the shades on, the superstar from behind the bar. This is Mark BKR. Mark, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing pretty good.
Damn. Getting some of that pizza, man. Well, it's good to have you. Next up, because tonight it's Friday the 13th, like Kat Wren said. So she's going to be hosting the show because she is in the know on all things Friday the 13th and Jason Voorhees. But next up, we got the co-host for tonight. He's stepping into the co-host chair, and I'm talking about the Seawood 19. How's it going, Carson?
Oh my God, I am exhausted. The world is crazy right now. All I can say is just keep taking care of each other and don't be a-holes.
Yep.
Don't be a-holes. Keep taking care of each
Words
other.
to live by.
And then we got the founder and the CEO. We got Tyler in the house. Tyler Durden. What's up, Chad?
I am excited to talk about Dream Warriors, and
I love that one.
Friday the 13th, part 3.
And then what was the other one? Final Nightmare.
Final Nightmare.
Welcome to prime time, Chad.
Cool.
We're not talking about some Freddy nonsense. We're talking about some Jason.
And
the only Freddy we have here is a claw and, a really weird sequel.
What was
His
that?
pick of the week.
That is a good pick of the week.
Is your microphone on, Chad?
I don't know. Is it? Can you
I
hear
don't
me?
think it is.
Oh well, I'll be back.
It might be upside down and backwards. I'm not sure. That was a good pick of the week, Chad. I like the toilet paper gag.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
you sound
Yeah.
exactly-
Good.
So I got toilet paper and that's it. I'm here to listen to Kat Wren drop some knowledge on us because if you guys didn't know this, she is in a fan movie.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Into that at some point too.
Damn. There she is.
Fall of Camp Blood.
We're definitely talking about that tonight because I don't know anything about the Fall of the Camp Blood, but it's going to be live. But before we get started, we know what we got to do on Comic Core Roundtable. Carson, it's time for you to check the chat, man.
Oh man, well, most of today has been bad news, but I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Barrett in the chat. What's going on, Chris? We got it's him, it's DNP. We got Downright Nerdy Podcast. He's hanging out in the chat tonight. I need this next guy in real life, man. I could use a Stream Elements robot just following me around, helping me out. That'd be pretty sweet. How you doing, Stream Elements robot? We got Samuel David in the chat hanging out tonight. I always like seeing Samuel David. He's on his way. Can't wait for that. We got Drew
Don't sound so excited.
Drew, he's on the
That
way.
guy's here.
And,
He's coming.
oh, he got DNP says, did you guys get that post I sent y'all on IG, the Taco Bell one? I have not seen that.
Oh,
I
that's
probably slept through it. I can't wait to read it.
I'll
have to
go.
check
There we
that
go.
out. God, Taco Bell, one of my favorite places to go at late at night. But before we get to the killing and all the kick-ass Jason action, let's talk about some picks of the week. Now, Kat Wren, you're a big-time reader. You love your DC. You love your Marvels. You love your Indies. What were some of the books you read this week, and what was your pick of the week?
All right. So I didn't actually read any of the books that came out this week thus far because I didn't make it over to my shop. But I did get to my pulls, and the book that I read this week that I actually really enjoyed was V-Card issue 2. If you'll recall, V-Card happens to be a young vampire who is now immersed with this vampire hunter's daughter, just in love with this girl, and has decided he wants to turn her into a vampire. And he thinks that they'll be together forever. So, kind of a hot mess, kind of hilarious. There's a lot of really great references to vampire culture as a whole, and kind of really, really enjoy it. So. V-Card issue 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Freaking V-Card. Did you read anything else this week?
No, I've been working all week.
And Mark, what are you eating again tonight, my friend?
Pizza.
That's what I'm talking about. What brand is that one?
Jack's.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, man, sometimes Jack's on, sometimes he jacks off. Hey, Carson, what did you read this week, buddy?
Oh, man. All I know is Mark is one denim jacket away from fully being just Orange Cassidy at this point. I love it. But anyway, I read about 4 issues of Buffy Hellmouth. I couldn't have cared less for the way they ended it. I just left all the books downstairs. I mean, that they killed off Xander again. They're only on the issue 13 of Buffy, and they've killed off poor Xander twice. Like, come on. Those aren't my pick of the week, but that's all I read. So by default, my pick of the week is an antique shop find I have. I haven't even read it yet, but it's automatically my pick of the week, and that is Shazam #1, Denny O'Neil, CC Beck. But I know you like this book.
Excellent choice, my friend. If you're a fan of time travel, you're going to love that. You're going to love that one.
Excellent. So, yeah, that's my default pick of the week.
All right, my friend. Well, before we get to Chad, because he's got a kick-ass pick of the week, I'm going to talk about my pick of the week real quick. It was not Green Lantern Season 2, Issue 2. That was a pretty cool Grant Morrison story, but it was one of those solo Grant Morrison stories, you know, where it's just kind of odd and weird. It's pretty good, but not his best. And Liam Sharp was really heavy on that inking, and not inking, but just the pencils in general, so it was kind of just a mess. But pick of the week, still reading Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 8, you know, Flash destroyed the antimatter cannon of the Anti-Monitor after the Anti-Monitor got his ass beat by Supergirl, and, you know, she was gone too soon in issue 7, but I got to go with Flash, you know, and he's running so fast, he runs back in time to start his warnings of what's to come, and it goes back to what was happening in the first issue, you know, where he goes to Gotham and he talks to Joker and Batman and some of those. I thought that was so damn cool, because what you saw in the early issue, you got to see again in issue 8 by Barry Allen running back through the past. So pretty damn good stuff. So if you've never read Crisis on Infinite Earths, one of the best things Marv Wolfman's ever written and George Perez has ever drawn. But next up, we're going to Chad. We got to see what his picks of the week are this week.
I get my books, actually. I picked them up today, so I haven't gotten a chance to read. What I did read, though, because I picked it up a couple weeks ago, was The Long Halloween. And maybe the chat can help me out with this. This book's fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's loosely what the new movie is going to be based off of. So if you get an opportunity, go check it out. If you have it in, I read it in a trade. But there is, Carson, I'm going to, and maybe you might know this. What story was it that Kevin Smith wrote where they incorporated the gun into the costume of Batman?
Was it maybe like Cacophony, maybe? I haven't read that one, but I've heard about it.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is because I read today where that had to, that's going to play into the movie a lot too. So just a little bit of speculation there for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I've heard nothing but good things about Long Halloween. It's always
Long Halloween is phenomenal. The artwork in it is, I mean, it's great, and it's a really good Catwoman. I mean, she plays a huge part in it. It's just a great book. It's awesome.
So people in the chat, watch Modern Men, read your Long Halloween, vote on that, man, and then maybe the whole Modern Men group will read that storyline. You know, speaking of Modern Men, Carson, did you have any news about the book that's getting voted on currently in the YouTube community tab of the Comic Core?
Oh man, that was a great segue, Legend. You're one of the best right there, because I was just getting ready to mention that. So I'll make this kind of dramatic. And Drew, if you're watching out there, for the love of God, we need you on here, man. The basement down here, we're dead tired. We need the filibust tonight. So Drew, if you're watching, I was just kidding earlier, man. Don't take it seriously. We need you. All right. So if you guys paid attention on Monday, we did a premiere instead of a live show because this guy had to work. My bad again. Sorry. But basically, we tried out a new way to reach out and get people to vote for what we're going to read. So we used the community tab for the first time ever to be able to get you guys to vote on what we're going to read and participate and have that fun stuff. We had 54 votes for what we're going to read. So big thanks to the fans out there. I wasn't expecting more than like maybe 15, 20 votes. We had 54 people reach out and say, hey, you guys need to read this. And the results, I'm actually pretty shocked. Oh, I was going to be more dramatic about it, but that works too. So, fifth place, I'm sorry, Legend, I tried. Batwoman Elegy finished dead last. Dead last. And I even voted for it so I could see the rest of the poll under my own account. So It didn't go anywhere. I just threw away my vote by voting for Batwoman. And what I thought was the dead ringer for easily winning this whole contest, in fourth place, I couldn't believe this. Fourth place was Infinity Gauntlet. Ooh. I figured that was going to be a runaway first place. Third place goes to Marvel's. Sorry, Chris Barrett. I tried. And then here's the one that really surprised me. So Big Will, he's been asking for V for Vendetta for a week, so I threw it in there. I'm like, well, if Infinity Gauntlet doesn't win, maybe V for Vendetta will run away with it. V for Vendetta finished second place, which means in first place, and what we will be reading on Monday. Drew and Kat Wren love this.
I do love it.
I Hate Fairyland. The Scotty Young fans came out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. There you go. What's her face? Hermione's a huge, huge fan of the Scotty Young. So now we'll be reading I Hate Fairyland live this Monday.
Dude,
there you go.
Dude, you're gonna love Gertrude. You're gonna love her. She's your spirit animal by the end of it.
So big thanks to the Modern Men fans and the Comic Core subscribers for voting. Like I said, I was actually kind of blown away by the response. So maybe something we'll use permanently. Maybe something we'll switch off on. I'll talk about the Modern Men on Monday and then see what you guys like. So let us know if you like the vote or if you want the randomizer back or what have you. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, Carson, I was, something else you really like. Not only do you like Modern Men, but you also love this chat, man. What's the chat doing tonight?
Oh, man. Oh, I forgot to fill up a water. I literally just woke up before the stream started, so I didn't bring a water, but I'm going to try to do this guy justice. We got the Mastodon. He was hoping for V for Vendetta. To be honest, I was kind of secretly voting for V for Vendetta. But yeah, I hope you like I Hate Fairyland, Donnie, because that's what we're reading now. We got Just a Rican. How you doing, Rod? Nice to see him in the chat tonight. Chris Barrett says, I'm happy that one didn't lose, so I guess he likes the Fairyland as well. Donnie loves The Long Halloween. Chris Barrett loves Cacophony. They love the Batman stuff. And let's see. Donnie says the vote was fun. It was neat watching the polling. So, like I said, maybe we'll read
watching paint dry.
Thanks, Chad.
No, like watching the poll dry. Never mind.
It's like watching the paint dry, Carson. Come on, Carson.
There's nothing like watching paint dry.
No. Like what? Donnie made a reference. God damn it.
I get it. I'm just
watching grass grow
Shut up,
better.
Mark. God damn it.
I made a joke earlier. Now Mark changed his jacket.
Oh,
God. Gimmicks.
You said about a jean jacket.
Gimmicks.
You know what? I'm going to go eat some pizza.
Orange cat. Well, fans, we're going to be talking about Friday the 13th, but real quick, I want to kind of go over some stuff that happened during the week. We had a kick-ass live stream on the Comic Core. We did a best 2 out of 3, hair versus hair between me and Carson. We had Chad in my corner. We had Drew in Carson's corner. Man, all hell was breaking loose. We had a big 4-man match just to start it out, get warmed up, where we saw Carson beat us or something. I don't know what that match was. I don't remember who the hell he was using. But then the next match, it was Chad in my corner, R-Truth with his main man manager, the 6-time champ, Booker T, the real deal, man. We was whipping that ass until Sid Justice or Sid Vader or Sid whatever, psycho broken leg loser. Him and Vader cheaped us and got the win. The next up, so Carson was 1 up. So, remember, best 2 out of 3. The loser of this thing is going to lose their hair tonight live. So, number 2, we had a ladder match. We saw the human cheat code Ricochet break the game, flipping out of the ring and going toe-to-toe with Chad. Nailed him, and it just froze everything up. It was gone too soon. But, hey, Nigel McGuinness was able to beat Ricochet in the ladder match to win the second. So then we was all tied up. And then the last match, it was just a one-on-one. The 2 greatest wrestlers of all time, Drew Gulak versus Baron Corbin, where Carson was able to get the Gulak on Corbin, and Corbin tapped out. So, fans, tonight, the hair will be coming off the great legend, Bald Head. Now, I was going to auction off the hair for all the fans out there, but instead, tonight, we're going to be auctioning off this book right here, Secret Wars number 8. It's about, I would say, a 9.4, maybe a 9.0 to 9.4, but a really good-looking copy of Secret Wars. I'd give it a 9.4. Beautiful near-mint copy in the Mylar, got the shine, all the good stuff. And what we're going to do tonight, instead of auctioning the hair off, I don't want none of y'all freaks getting my DNA and trying to recreate replicas because, there's often imitation and duplication, but we ain't down with that recreation. So we're going to be doing this auction tonight, starting bid $1. Not right now, though, fans, not right now. After the Friday the 13th and when the head shaving stuff starts. But good book here. And, there's only 9 people live, so you're going to have a good chance to win this book. All proceeds of this auction are going to go 100% to Hero Initiative as well. So look for that. Invite your friends. Try if they need a copy of that Secret Wars number 8, get them in here, tell them to come watch, and then they can bid for a good cause. But speaking of good causes, man, Jason had a bunch of them. He killed a lot of people. So they were gone too soon.
You know what? So, I want to talk about, Legend? I want to talk. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to do this one for you guys.
Kick ass, man. Oh!
I'm in control here.
Looks good.
And you're going to give me what I want. You know what it is. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You're going to give me what I want. I am not giving you a damn thing except the beating you deserve. You want to hurt me so bad, you can't stand it, but you won't give it to me. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give me what I want. I am going to give you the beating you deserve, Dane, and nothing more. That's not what I want. I want you at WrestleMania. Give it to me. You want me at Mania? Give it to me. Give me what I want. You want me at WrestleMania? Give me what I want.
All they need is a pop track playing in the background, and they can totally be a Spice Girls cover band.
Give me what I want. I really want.
They're good-looking bald dudes.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys want? Are we diving into the Jason right now?
Yeah.
All right. Kat, you wanna segue into this trailer?
All right. So, as you know, there's currently, or you may or may not know, there's currently quite a legal battle over the rights to Jason Voorhees, Camp Crystal Lake, Pamela Voorhees, and Friday the 13th as a whole. Exactly who owns what is going to happen where, who quite knows. I don't know. There's been several different legal rulings going on there. So we don't have a current Friday the 13th. We haven't for some time. However, we do have quite a few fantastic fan films that are either currently coming out or are currently in pre-production, production, post-production, what have you. I know Never Hike Alone's prequel, Never Hike Alone in the Snow, just finished wrapping up. Deborah Voorhees' 13 Fanboy is in pre-production right now, and a little fan film called The Fall of Camp Blood has just released its trailer. This is from the YouTube channel Slash and Cast, and fun little thing, I have a missing persons poster in it. So I'm pretty excited about it. I really love Jason Voorhees' goodness. This dropped.
That's what happens when nobody gets their top 10 list. And remember, this was recommended to you by none other than Kat from Cinema Figures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, give me what you want, what you really, really want.
Show me what you got.
Oh god.
Are we all gonna see
So,
this
Kat,
special?
what was it like to? Do you film the scene and everything?
No, I'm just featured
A
poster.
poster.
I'm excited though.
What's
She's
it like
just
to be a poster?
I love fan films. What's up?
That makes
What's it like
sense.
to be a poster?
What goes into being a poster?
It was a
Yeah.
joke. I was trying
What
to
goes
be-
into being a poster?
I don't know. You stand still
Step
for a
one
second.
is okay. Stand still. Okay, good pointer.
No, I'm just excited because with all of the back and forth and the appeals and everything that's currently going on with the legal battle between the original directorial team and the original script writer, it's kind of been a nightmare for Jason Voorhees fans. They're
Didn't
not
they remake that
releasing any kind of official merch right now. They aren't adding any further updates to the video game. And we haven't had a film in quite some time. I believe the last film was 2009.
And which one was that, Kat?
That was the remake. That was Friday the 13th. The remake.
I saw that.
Okay, and as far as like not chronology, but like actuality and when they came out, what number would you give that one, the remake? So there was like Friday the 13th, and then there was part 2.
I would say technically that would be part 2 if you want to go in chronological order, because
No, not chronologically. Like just how many Friday the 13th movies have they made?
There's 12. There's 12 official.
12 official.
There are 12 official films.
And we can't get a 13th?
Stop.
Do you think that maybe they know something we don't, and that's why we're not getting a 13th?
No, I
Maybe
think
it's cursed.
I think it's just people want money and they want to fight over who owns it.
Oh, okay.
That's what's currently going on,
Stop
because the rights have started to revert back and nobody wants to agree on who actually owns them. So right now, currently, as it stands, one person owns Camp Crystal Lake and Pamela Voorhees, as well as dead little boy Jason, who drowned. And another one owns adult Jason, as well as, the idea of the hockey mask and several of the like normal Jason tropes that we all know and love.
So what you're saying is the only reason it's a problem is because they want to tie the first one into these movies? Because it seems to me like whoever owns Jason owns Friday the 13th. Like, you're not going to go back to Camp Crystal Lake and talk about Pamela Voorhees again. Like, it just seems wasteful at this point. We're 13 into the series. Like, why don't you just get Jason out there, hacking people up, getting great environmental kills? That's what Friday the 13th is when you think about it, right? I mean, sure, the first one was a little bit more psychological, and as a film kind of stands on its own a little bit more, but like, who wants that? Who wants Friday the 13th that's a good movie when you could have Friday the 13th that's Jason just hacking people up? That's what I want. Isn't that what you want? I mean, Tell me in
want
the chat if
violence.
I'm wrong. We want kills. We want
Yep.
gore. We want suspense. We don't care if it's a good movie. I don't care about Pamela Voorhees. My dog doesn't care. Look, he's right there. He's like, who cares about Pamela Voorhees? Come on. Come on, man.
Cover up the dog.
Come on.
Thank you. Oh,
I want to see the dog. Hold on, I'm taking that
I want to
down.
see the dog too.
He's putting his head down. He's tired of your games.
Why is it on me?
Oh,
I
sorry.
got nothing, man.
All right, all right.
You got nothing. There's no
so,
energy in here tonight.
I fully agree
I
with
have
you.
energy.
I want the Jason Voorhees. I want him hacking up some random camp counselors and running after, just random people that happen upon him. I'm even fine with him going to random destinations. I mean, hell, he went to outer space. He went to Manhattan. He burst over.
Let's talk about
These are not
One of these
Right,
things is
right.
not
Great
like
films.
the other.
These are not necessarily great
Can we
films, but they're
about that
fun
one?
films.
Like, can we talk about him going to outer space?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, it was
Jason
like
X.
such a bad. It was such a bad movie.
It's a
But, like,
fantastic
how many-
bad movie.
None of these are really good movies except for the first one.
No, but I mean, it's kind of like The Replacements. Every time it's on, I just find myself like mesmerized watching it.
Like Keanu Reeves playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Well,
Most realistic thing about that movie is that he lives on a boat in the Inner Harbor of Baltimore.
Sounds about right.
scab.
I'd love to live on a boat, but not there.
You don't want to live on a boat in Camp Crystal Lake because Jason's known to pull people
Jason's
under.
gonna
Well, you'd be
kill
dead in a boat.
He'll punch from the bottom of the hole, and you'll be
Yeah.
stuck dead.
How would you get the boat to the lake in the first place?
Yeah, with a trailer, Mark.
But I mean, there's
Yeah,
no
I mean,
place to back the boat into. You notice it's all.
I'm sure there is.
Nah. I mean,
There's
actually,
a dock.
I'm sure there's a marina.
Yeah, there is.
I mean,
Yeah, there's a
hell,
boat
you're
slip
right,
there
there's a-
How
somewhere.
many people have sent him to like a watery grave in the?
But that's a
ends of
dock.
these?
There's no way to back the trailer into the water.
I don't
Just
know.
because they don't show the boat slip, Mark, doesn't mean there's not a boat slip. It's a lake with a camp. There's a boat slip, bro.
But I
You
mean,
gotta-
Yeah,
like,
there's a-
let's
there's
do-
a-
look,
there's a
look,
boat.
just because the boat
there's a
slip
boat-
happened off screen doesn't mean it's not there.
Jackson had a nip slip.
Yeah,
Like-
nip
like
slips,
this.
boat slips, we're all slipping.
yeah, I mean, that's. Yeah. Anyway, you're right. though,
13-step
because, I mean,
program
threw
and falling
Mark down
off a
all the
wagon.
stairs in the wheelchair. That
All
came
right.
out of nowhere.
Crazy
So-
Ivan's got a great fan film idea.
What? Sensitive Jason.
Doing a 13-step program, falling off the wagon, and going back to killing.
That could be funny.
Oh, Odin loves
I-
that
I
idea.
think
Odin
Mark-
is behind this
I think
idea
Odin
110%.
supports it. Odin supports this film. Make it happen.
How many, what was one of your favorite? What's some of your favorite Friday the 13th movies? What was your totally favorite out of all of the series? What was your favorite?
Man, I don't have a favorite.
Good, because I asked Kat Wren.
She's on mute right now.
So,
Who did you meet her?
No, she muted herself. The dog's going nuts.
anywho,
Yeah, I want parking over here.
quit yelling.
Shut up!
Shut up, Mark. What are my favorite? What's my favorite Friday the 13th film? All right, so
Jason doesn't know.
God no,
Part 2, Friday the 14th.
that's part 3
I'm like,
actually.
come on.
Oh, wait, sorry,
Anyhow,
isn't that Saturday the
Anyhow.
14th then?
Oh, I touched my
Can
face.
you
I'm
believe
screwed.
it? You fucking got the crown.
Yep.
oh,
Oh, I'm
Gone too
sorry.
soon.
God damn.
Guys, don't joke about that.
Hey,
anyhow,
Carson, I'm going to
anyhow.
give you a hug.
What will
later.
we do without Carson?
Wither and die.
Is that your pick of the week?
Yes,
That's
it
pick
is.
of the
That
week.
works.
Oh, man.
And anywho, I'd have to say, out of the 12 films, there are quite a few of them that I love. I mean, this is a franchise that I adore. It has a number of different levels of continuity, or whether or not it's a good film or a seriously bad film. It's kind of all over the place. But I would have to say, out of the films, my favorite, and I know a lot of people really don't like this film, would have to be Part 7, The New Bloods. This is the emergence of Kane Hodder onto the scene as Jason Voorhees. And Kane Hodder is honestly probably one of the most physical Jasons that we get. I mean, he is a career stuntman. He's down for whatever. He actually experienced such severe burns as a part of an uncontrolled burn scene that he did on this that he actually still has scars from it today. And I mean, all of those sequences of him being almost drowned or him being slammed into this or thrown through all these, that's all Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder is a beast, and he has been a beast through every single performance as Jason that he has given us. Unfortunately, he was not Jason for Freddy vs. Jason or the remake of Friday the 13th, which is really unfortunate because I've met Kane Hodder a handful of times, and I know everyone's like, oh, well, he's starting to get up there in age. The guy is still built like a tank. I've gotten several bear hugs from this man, and yeah, he's solid muscle.
How's that feel for your ego there, Mark?
Velocipaster. Mark's pick of the week, guys.
Mixed.
Like,
That's
honestly,
amazing.
we can make Mark. We should just like introduce Mark to Orange Cassidy, and I think that's a whole new gimmick that he should just take on. We'll call him like.
Cool.
It would be great if it'd be like Red Apple or something.
We need Chad. We need to get him that T-shirt that Cassidy wears that has Cassidy on it.
Actually,
Yeah.
wait. Don't butcher me for this, but who is Cassie?
Yeah, you were talking.
No,
about
we're gonna let you know after the show, Mark.
Anywho, but basically, part 7 is lovingly termed as Jason versus Carrie because the final girl in it does have telepathic powers, and she uses them to try to resurrect her dead dad and accidentally resurrects Jason. And then it's this whole thing where Jason goes on a killing spree and she has to use her powers to try to fight him. And it's all over the place. It's crazy. It's zany. He's a zombie the entire thing, and it's fantastic. Yes.
He's a zombie?
Yeah, he's a zombie. He became a zombie in part 6.
How did I not know this?
I don't know. Where were you when we were watching all these movies?
Reading
Nodding off.
Anywho, Drew Manchu, my dear, what is your favorite out of the Friday the 13th franchise?
I'll tell you right now, I don't want to poo-poo what you guys are doing right now, talking about Friday the 13th. Cat, I know you're a huge fan, but I can't tell these movies apart. I just want to turn it on when it's
Here we
on,
go, Carson.
and see some vicious murders. I'm not a super fan, but I just enjoy seeing the kills, and I'd rather watch a super cut of kills than sit down and actually watch one of these movies. But tell me you're going to put a new one together. Tell me the kills are going to be awesome, and I'll watch it when it hits HBO or whatever.
If you want to,
I'm not going to be paying too much attention.
Now, Cinema Figures, because she's been releasing the Friday the 13th film series reviews on her channel. Check that out. She goes over all the kills. My personal favorite kill, the guy that gets tomahawked with the machete or axe or whatever the hell it was, and he rolled down them stairs in that wheelchair. The wheelchair guy was my favorite kill.
That was Mark. Pretty fantastic death.
And those stairs literally came out of nowhere. It was great.
Oh yeah.
They show him for like a split second in one sequence in the background, just so that it wouldn't be completely out of nowhere. But yeah, it's completely out of nowhere, which is really funny because he was about ready to get laid.
God, well, on that
That's how it goes, man.
Speaking out of nowhere, Carson, what's going on in that chat, man?
Oh man, I'll get to my favorites after the chat, but I didn't get a chance to say. I gave him a thumbs up earlier. We didn't get a chance to say hi to Two Brothers Comics. I know we're hooked on the brothers like Captain Lou, so nice to see Two Brothers Comics in the chat tonight. We also have Crazy Ivan 512. He loves telekinesis. Exactly. Who doesn't love telekinesis? The Mastodon says Orange Cassidy is the best thing to happen to wrestling since ever. So there you go, Mark. Good things about Orange Cassidy. We'll show. Eventually, we're going to do a picture and pick. Maybe next week's thumbnail, or we'll make it this week. It's going to be a picture of Mark, and it's going to be a picture of Orange Cassidy, and you'll see what we're talking about. But my favorite Friday the 13th, I got to say, it's mostly the even one. I guess it's like the Star Trek franchise. The even ones are typically the best. I would probably say special shout out to 6, because that's kind of like the midpoint of what makes Jason great as compared to where they went with the franchise. So they still have a little bit of that seriousness that they had from the first 4 movies. But then they rein it back in from the debacle that was Jason 5, where it wasn't Jason at all, and he had like that blue paint hockey mask, which we won't talk about.
Worst
5
Jason movie.
It's pretty bad.
Worst.
Well, I don't know. It's either that one or 9, but anyway, we can talk about worst. We can have our picks for worst here in a second. But 6, you had a good version of Tommy. He was all grown up. They did something stupid by putting a metal shovel in the grave of Jason. Made him a zombie. One of the most hilarious ways to open a movie by, getting a dead body struck by lightning, and he just wakes up. So, love 6. Like I said, good midpoint for the franchise. But my personal favorite, sometimes the best style movie is just the one you can sit, you can laugh at, you can have a couple beers with your buddies, and just have a great time. And for me, that's Jason Goes to Manhattan Part 8. Like, my God, that movie's hilarious. If you watch it as a comedy, it's phenomenal. There's a part, I put the GIF in our chat earlier where he just goes, he's walking down Manhattan. These guys whistling at the boombox, it makes him mad. He just kicks the boombox like a field goal. The best.
I'd say that's my favorite.
Yeah, the best kill in the franchise. He's on a rooftop. I don't even know why they're on a rooftop. I can't remember. But he fights a boxer on a rooftop. The guy, he just gives him all the shots. And I know Kat's probably going to say here in a second, like, they just went all out. They were punching each other, basically for real, because Kane Hodder's a badass. And he's just like, yeah, lay him in there, buddy. And he got some bruised ribs from him. But anyway, the dude, he just uppercuts the guy. He's just like, give me your best shot, Jason, motherfucker. And he just uppercuts his head right off, flies down into a dumpster. He lands in the dumpster, the lid shuts. Best kill in the franchise, maybe besides the sleeping bag kill. But then the movie ends. I guess spoilers for how they kill Jason in this one. But how do you kill Jason, the unkillable zombie? You take him to New York, you lure him into the sewer, and have the sewer gases and sewage sweep him up to turn him into a baby, a Jason baby. And that's how you kill Jason.
That's the best way to go out, man.
As a baby. Sewer gassed babies.
Yep.
But,
So does that make him a... No, I don't know.
You're right
Benjamin
that,
Button,
that
man.
behind the scenes of that fight scene, Kane just told him, because this is an actual boxer, and he just told him, like, let's make this real. Give me everything you got. So they went full on out, and they had to do several takes of this scene. So by the end of it, Kane Hodder had bruised and cracked ribs, and the other actor just had completely bloodied knuckles and hands. And I mean, it was just a brutal and fantastic scene.
Chad, how about you? Did you have like a favorite Friday the 13th movie or some good kills in the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a Jason fan. I mean, I watched them, but I wasn't a Jason fan. I am a Freddy fan. So I'm going to have to go Jason versus Freddy.
Freddy versus Jason.
It's a
good Freddy movie.
Yeah, no, it is. And that's why it makes it good.
It's not a good Jason movie.
I like that track.
Like I said, I think we spoke about this before when we had Mark Patton on, but I really enjoyed Freddy. And just having that I mean, there was always words, or they were always saying that they were going to do a Jason versus Freddy versus Ash, and that would have been pretty awesome too. So
They had
Turned
the
into
comic,
but
right?
I think Jason is the biggest cock blocker there is.
Yeah, he is.
Every time somebody's about to get a piece of ass, he fucking kills them, and that's that's kind of bullshit. Dude dies with blue balls. That sucks.
You know,
I would hate to die with blue balls.
Jason is one of the iconic characters of the slasher genre. I remember watching Kat let me know on the down low on Cinema Figures, and she said, you know, when it was Michael Myers, it was Jason. Who was going to be the first one to the sequel? And Kat, you remember what movie it was? What was the first one to the sequel?
Technically, it was Friday the 13th Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
They just completely rushed that film. And the funny thing is, that's actually one of the best films in the entire series.
It really was.
We've got arguably the best final girl in the entire franchise, right there, in Jenny. Jenny, the one that we all know and love because of her child psychology. And she's kind of like your anti-final girl, where the final girl, she has to be an innocent virgin. She's got to be like this prim, proper, like perfect thing that doesn't drink, doesn't go out, doesn't do anything. Jenny, she's the opposite of that. She's screwing around with her boss. She's having fun. She's being a normal individual. She's a badass. You just see her in scenes chopping things down with a freaking chainsaw, which, damn, why the hell not? She's able to outsmart Jason and realize that he's just a damaged child at this point mentally. And I mean, she survives through that all and doesn't exactly get an answer as to what happened to Paul, which unfortunately part 3 references some pretty messed up things.
Damn. My favorite part of the Friday the 13th too, that was also my favorite movie because I just love the whole baghead Jason, because it just like scared the mess out of me like growing up. Freaking scary. And man, Bag Jason, man, he was chopping everybody up. Now, speaking of chopping everybody up, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping my hair off due to Carson beating the shit out of me on WWE 2K19. What night was that, Carson? Was that late Tuesday night when we did that?
I feel like it was last weekend, but I could be wrong. It's been such a long week. I'm not sure. You could be right. Oh, man, look at this. We got Donnie B in the Chaos Machine. And
Donnie B in the house, man.
A new food review channel. A new food review channel from Donnie.
Well, I'm gonna let Chad, the mastermind, do all the behind the scenes clicking because, man, I'm gonna mute this mic and I'm gonna start cutting the hair. Now, remember, fans, tonight we're gonna be auctioning this book off. Put your bids in the chat. You can put the bids in the chat right now. Starting at $1. All of this is going to the Hero Initiative. 100% proceeds Hero Initiative. It's about a 9.4. Secret Wars, number 8. If y'all know this book, you know this is when he gets that black suit at the very end of the thing. So make sure you get some of that action. Let's see if we can pop it up here. There you go. Kind of see it right there. And I'm going to start cutting. But y'all do some talking and get me off the screen. I'm going to put this thing on mute, okay? Well, I'll do the first couple of runs. Y'all can hear me squirm. It's been a long time since I lost all the hair. Is there, Chad, Carson, Drew, y'all were in the match. Is there any part you want to see shaved first, down the middle, on the sides, maybe?
Yeah, get a good ditch down the middle, right down the middle.
Down the middle. That way you can't run away from it.
A reverse mohawk here on the first strike.
Oh, God, no. No.
Oh
no.
Oh, look at that shit.
Oh.
Ooh, actually, you should stop right there. Rob, you should stop right there because that's a new style.
It's going to be the thumbnail when this video gets reposted.
Just a good, like how about that one?
Dude, hey, legend. Here. Legend. Do the Benjamin Franklin. Just shave the top. Leave the sides and back first.
All right.
All right. Give yourself the Franklin.
Whoever wins the Secret Wars books have a lot of hair in their pages.
$40 to Comic Explained right now. Look at that. $40.
Yeah. Comic Smiths Explained. You know a good book when you've seen it, my friend.
We got Scott Neely in the chat as well. He says, shouldn't y'all be home in quarantine? Yeah, I'm quarantined.
We are certainly home.
We are at home.
That'd be nice if I could stay in quarantine instead of having to go to work tomorrow.
Let's explain. Are you working tonight, or are you banned to the house as well?
If he's in the same business I'm in, we work no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Gosh. Wait. You should keep shaving one side and leave the rest of it, and then we'll just be like, look, it's Jason from part 2.
Oh, yeah. You want that Jason?
I want to see the Ben Franklin.
He's probably already gone too far back to this, but I would have liked to see the unmasked Kane for the first time.
Screwed up one, huh?
Oh god.
Where it's like in the back all grow, but then there's like that top middle part where the line is at.
This is Legend Ben Franklin.
We're going Franklin here.
Yeah, we gotta go
Let's
full
keep talking
Franklin.
about
Do the
Jason.
Franklin.
Did Jason ever scalp anybody with the tomahawks or anything?
Yeah.
No, not that I've seen, but Jason has had some pretty fantastic deaths in the series and like kills that he's committed on his own.
Better than
So,
looking like a baby after getting sewer gassed.
I mean, I look like a baby when I shave my face.
I do agree with Carson that is just pure comedy. Part 8, but I will tell you one film that everyone
Pure
seems
comedy
to
on your
hate.
screens right now.
Everyone seems to hate that. I think I mean you need to give it a second chance. Is Jason X. Jason in Space. So before you hate on it, this was the film that was supposed to kind of like keep things going, keep things afloat, because they were still trying to make Jason versus Freddy happen. So they're like, hey, what's something that Jason hasn't done? Well, everyone seems to be going in space. So we're going to put him in space. And they went full on cheese fest. The acting throughout is 110% corny, and they're doing this on purpose. Everyone throughout has committed to these scenes and all of the craziness, all the zaniness. I love the fact that for the most part, they either think he's a simulation or that he's not really a threat until at least halfway through the film. There's actually a scene where
What is in this?
you made it.
Oh.
Anyway, there's actually a scene where one of Jason's would-be victims says, it's okay. He just wanted his machete. What do you think is going to happen when Jason Voorhees gets his machete?
All is right with the world.
All is right with the world, and he is going to kill people.
Well, I was going to
but-
say he's just at home again.
Anyhow, so there's a really great death where Jason actually holds a girl into a cryogenic freeze tank thing, and her face gets frozen, and then he shatters her face. A lot of gore there, a lot of craziness.
This isn't Jason related, but when you say anywho, it's like
Yeah.
a really polite way of saying fuck off, whoever you're talking to.
Anywho.
I just noticed that. You said that
That's
twice.
not my way of saying fuck off.
Look
No.
at that. Look at that.
That is where
Dude, you should
stop.
leave that.
Just leave
Just
it. That
leave
is
it.
best.
Just leave it.
Yes.
Leave it.
Yeah.
I like that.
It kind of, it's
I
not-
like it.
Fucking people on Guess Who? That board game where you
no,
open this motherfucker.
he looks like Count Olaf. It's great.
He does look like Count Olaf.
You like that board game, don't
Does he have a beard?
Oh man.
Leave
you?
it.
Gotta keep some hair on.
Yeah, leave it like that, man.
Leave
Clean it up a
That-
little bit,
That
but
looks a bit. Oh no! What are you doing,
You just want me to do it like this?
yeah.
Brandy? You need
That's
to
your
come
wife
in and
now.
shape it up. Shape it up around the sides. Make sure it's even.
She'll shape it up later. We can. Do you want? We'll just do like this for the rest of the show.
Yes, that is amazing.
Legend Ben Franklin.
You like it? Guess who, baby?
Guess who?
Let's keep going with some Jason here. Oh yeah. What is the bids at? Is it at 40?
It's at 40.
It
the
is at
comics
40
is
right
20.
now.
All
What's
proceeds
up,
to
Grandpa?
that
Says Scott Neely. Now you can hunt ducks.
Ducks.
on the Comic Core. Go back and watch the couple of videos on the Comic Core. We did a hair versus hair match. Me and Carson. We had Chad was my manager, and Carson had Drew Manchu. And dude, it was awesome matches. But in the end, I lost my hair to Carson. But man, we got this Secret Wars. Top bid right now is $40. $40. going to Donnie. And we're going to be shutting this thing
Comics
down.
Misexplained.
Comics Misexplained.
Oh,
not Donnie.
Comics Misexplained.
Come on, Donnie. Where's your
Yeah.
41, brah?
Donnie, where's the
Yeah,
40?
come on, Donnie.
9.4 Secret Wars. Can't beat it, man. There it is. High bid. So we're bidding on this bad boy. All 100% proceeds are going to the Hero Initiative. I'm even eating the shipping. So that's what it's all about, man. Comic Dynasty with Duck Comics. Scott Neely in the house dropping some knowledge like it's hot, man. Now I can hunt some ducks. Maybe go look for some more of those Carl Barks 4 colors, you know?
There you go.
Not too shabby up here. Feels real funny when it's like all like this.
It looks real funny too, so don't worry.
Oh, but
It doesn't
actually,
look funny.
Donnie
It looks
did
amazing.
answer the challenge. Donnie is 45 in the lead on Secret.
45
Oh, wow.
to Donnie.
That is-
45. We'll get Brandy to trim it up here. We'll leave it like Grandpa tonight.
Yeah, you look like you're ready for Flanders, to tell you that much.
I'd have to shave the mustache.
You should buzz Flanders into the side of your head.
Like that.
Oakley dokley.
Oakley and Dokley
Come and
do.
shave the beard. Yeah, keep the mustache, shave the beard. I need that little slick back. Flanders.
Flanders.
45. Y'all
Oh,
keep,
we got
there
a
we go.
50.
Comic Core 50. That's Comic Core Chad. I know he doesn't have this book. He may have it, but not in this condition. But Chad, seriously, man, we can't bid our own stuff up. I bet that was actually Drew.
It was not.
Oh,
I was thinking about bidding myself, but I was just going to bid under my own name, so it wouldn't be confusing.
Just remember, all proceeds go to the Hero Initiative on the Secret Wars number 8.
Are we not live on Facebook at the moment?
Nope,
What happened?
apparently
there?
not. I don't know. But apparently, the hair you get in this book will be free, even though Legend may send you a bag of hair anyway. I don't know how that's going to work.
I accidentally did that one time to one of my other friends during the last
Hey,
head
two
You sent him a
brothers.
bag of
want to
hair accidentally?
confirm grade and shipping, Legend.
Grade and shipping 9.4 or higher. It's looks great. There's one small color breaking spine tick. Actually, there's two. They barely break color. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Actually, you can. There's one right there, and then the other one I think is kind of on Reed's. Barely see it, but it's right there. Two color breaking spine ticks. Now for a 9.4, you can have multiple spine ticks. I've sent in. Actually, Cat Wren has one of my 9.4s. One of my first ones I sent to CGC. It had a whole boatload of spine ticks. Now, one thing about this book, it lays pretty freaking perfectly flat. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can kind of see it. It was a little line. You can see that line. It goes all the way
Oh,
down.
yeah.
That's a manufacturing printing error. Now, for the most time with manufacturer errors, they don't take off much at all because it really doesn't deter from the book. But 9.4 and $50 to the Comic Core. Do we see 51? 51. Got about 2 minutes left. And then we're going to close out with some good old more Jason and get to the conclusion because some of these guys, and me too, I mean, we've had a hard week at work. We got to do some resting. Look at this Chris Barrett trying to make a deal. I'll match 10% up to $10. All right. You can throw in a good old donation, CB.
As I say, maybe he's going to do one of them super chats to go right to the Hero Initiative. But we got Comics Explained at $60.
And that's
$60.
it.
What's up?
$50. And we got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Check your clocks. We're going to be shutting this sucker down at 10 p.m. So due to lag, you may want to get the bid in a little bit beforehand.
So
you make
11 Eastern.
this bad boy delivered straight home to you. And Mr. Explain, you know how I do. I'll throw in some other books just for you. CM right there.
Yeah, man. And if you want to give to the Hero Initiative, but that $60 seems a bit high for you, give us a super chat, man. 100% of our super chats will go. Anything that we profit off those super chats goes directly to the Hero Initiative. Send us $2. Send us $3. Send us $47,000. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want.
Awesome freaking book.
Definitely. Send
It's
us
in Mylar.
$47,000, everyone.
You can't beat Mylar. And plus,
Priceless
since Mylar still, there's no hair in there. No hair.
Well,
Carson will be
However,
your friend.
You
For
could
$4.
request, and he will send you hair.
And there it goes. Comics Misexplained. $60. Good, man.
Two Brothers is right. That's a steal for anything under $130. It's a $60 purchase for Comics Misexplained. Jason will be sending that to you direct from the great legend. He might even throw a little bit of hair in there with it.
Throw some hair in there for me.
Check out this email address, Comics Misexplained, in the chat. For my email.
We got a super chat from Two Brothers.
Send the old PayPal to friends and family to r.e1 at hotmail.com. r.e1 at hotmail.com. So any more good stuff about Jason?
Before we get back into Jason, Two Brothers Comics with a $5 super chat going right into the hero initiative.
Nick and Dustin, both great guys. Great channel. Go check them out. They got content all over the place. They're always doing live shows. They're always doing all kinds of stuff over there. So check out Two Brothers Comics if you like comics and if you like brothers in denominations of two.
The brothers.
You can't stop looking at Legend's hair. This is glorious.
Hey, Legend.
Carson, we had a great match. There it is. $5 super chat, baby. The hero initiative to Two Brothers.
Wait a minute, and then I gotta go back to the chat one more time because we got JD Flair is in the chat.
JD freaking Flair is here. JD, it's good to see you, my friend. No doubt about it. JD is in the house tonight.
Good job. Legend, you look great, man.
Dude, should I just leave the hair on the sides?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
Legend and Franklin in the house.
You wear a beanie, man. Like, nobody's going to see that. That shit.
It's that Vin Diesel bloodshot.
Just let it grow. Let it grow on the side.
So wait. Nobody saw your movie either?
Hey, if you shave those sides, you might have that Tommaso Ciampa look.
Shit,
that long beard, bald.
Yeah, get you Goldie.
So I want to just a shout out to the community as a whole. You guys are awesome, but like I know everybody's got Corona crazy, but regardless, stay safe out there, man. I mean, I can't say it enough. Like, use common sense. Wash your hands. Don't eat fucking bats. Who the fuck eats a bat?
Catwoman.
Osborne did.
Catwoman.
Wash these hands.
Wash your fucking hands and don't fucking use seashells. They hurt. But that's why I got some.
They need to invent those 3 seashells really quick.
The Charmin baby.
Can I, Legend? Can I give a shout out to the Golden guys real quick?
Yeah, man. Golden.
So, big show this week on Golden Guys. Look and watch the promos that are going to be dropping tomorrow, because the show's changing, man. They're going 5G this week, and they've got a new. They've got some new things happening. Maybe new appearances, first appearances, not in the book but on the show. So check that out. Starting this Tuesday and also starting tomorrow. I think there's going to be a bunch of promo videos leading up to it. But here is something pretty cool. And we as a group, as a collective group, have decided to we were asked to do something, and as a group we've decided not to do it. But when one door closes, another door opens. And with that being said, we are starting next Thursday. I think it's going to be dropping Thursday night, early Friday morning. It's going to be the CCCL, which is the Comic Core Community List. It's the top 10 list that it's going to be dropping. The tagline on it is books to build your collection. And these are some top books that we are going to suggest that you need to go that are hot. So that show will be premiering Monday mornings or late Thursday night, which will be a recorded video hosted by none other than Chuck Loda Comics. Chuck will be taking our suggestions and your suggestions. And if you want to be a part of the show and if you have a book that you think is going to jump up in value, or it's going to be a key collector, or it's just a great read, Let us know. Give us a reason why, and we will vote on it. And Chuck will be making the announcements. And hopefully, this is something that's going to continue and be pretty big. So we're kind of excited about that. And there are a ton of new shows coming to the Concord. There's a new show coming on Thursdays, and we also have a community spotlight. There's going to be an Alec is getting another show. JD and Carson, I believe, are going to have a new show, and Legends 2 favorites are starting a Sunday show, and that is Real Comic Book Talk. We'll be starting a show coming very, very, very soon. So if you want to hear, there it is. They will be joining us here very shortly. So we've got a lot of new people coming on, a lot of new shows, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And everything is going to be awesome. JD says, everyone be safe, smile, have fun, and we will survive. I'm a survivor.
Another one of those super chats. So big thanks, JD, for popping in $5. It'll go to the Hero Initiative. Then we had a John's Comics with Kids cameo in the chat there as well. What's going on, John?
So there's a lot of stuff coming this way, and hope everybody's about to have some fun, because don't know which way it's going to go, right?
Yeah,
You never know.
Hey, you never know.
I tell you what, if I'm quarantined to this house like it looks like I'm going to be for the next 14 days, there's going to be a ton of shit coming up.
What are you going to need for that?
Yeah, the less we
toilet
have the
paper.
opportunity to go to work, the
Carmen.
more
Hey-o.
stuff we're gonna make.
So, with that being said, Legend, thank you for shaving your head for the Heroes Initiative.
Thank
nice,
you for
baby.
shaving your head. Oh, wait, that's
God,
too
damn
soon.
it. Corbin
hot
failed
out
me.
or is it
Corbin
cold out?
always fails me, man.
Because he sucks.
I have a question, Legend.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is it hot out or is it cold out?
Well, in Texas, it was 80 yesterday. Today it was like in the high 50s, low 60s with rain. So it always changes.
So either it's going to be a brisk breeze, or your head's just going to be sunburnt and sweaty.
Well, I still got this bad boy. It'll fit a lot better without any hair under there. So that's what it's all about. Man, Friday the freaking 13th, man. What a freaking awesome deal. One of the superstitious, numbers, the number 13. It's like walking under a ladder or seeing black cats run in front of you. You don't know what's going to happen until it happens. But like Chad said, we want all y'all to be safe and, be good. Don't buy too much toilet paper. Save some toilet paper for everyone else. And that's what it's all about. So, Cat Ren, let's see. What do you got going on that Cat Ren Figures and Cinema Figures channel coming up?
I've got some continued reviews coming out. We hopefully have a taste testing between Mark and Odin coming up.
sometime soon.
Which should be fun. Odin was having some tummy issues earlier this week, so that didn't actually happen. But he's feeling way better, and he's always down for some
I
brand
love
new
that music.
treats. So I'm very excited to see that. It's going to be kind of a Shaggy Scooby type situation with those two. Continuing all sorts of craziness, and maybe a little bit more BKR behind the bar.
Hell yeah, that's
Right?
what I'm talking about.
Some Velocipaster, maybe.
How about you, Carson? Carson, what you got going on, man?
Well, I got to ask first, Mark, did you go Google a picture of Orange Cassidy, then come back and do your third costume change for the night?
You got that right.
I knew it.
I had no idea who he was, and then I looked it up and I was like, I had this jacket, so I gotta find it.
Now you can officially look like Orange Cassidy 100%. So I just needed to confirm and make sure of that. But on my channel, we do have Modern Men on Monday, where we officially.
Oh, what one? What one, Carson?
I Hate Fairyland, so we'll be reading Drew's read for like the 4th week in a row. Yeah,
That's
here
true.
we got.
This is the Drew Manchu Picks the Book show.
There you go. There's the
That's
official
right.
poll. So once again, big thanks.
Wow,
to
30%.
The Modern Men, the 54 votes came in for the poll here. So yeah, 30% of 54 people. The Scotty Young fans, they came out in mass and they wanted blood.
You know what I'm going to gain from this poll here, right? Is that 11% of the people who voted want me to cry.
I was one of them, by the way. See that blue part? That means I voted for Batwoman.
Oh no, I'm aware.
I know, yeah. So yeah, there you go. I tried Legend to get Batwoman some love.
I voted Batwoman
because I know you were the other vote.
Yep.
So I think me, you, and maybe one other person.
Can't believe you guys want my horse to be sick. That's all.
Oh dang.
But yeah, I Hate Fairyland will be the topic book for Monday.
Awesome, I love that.
We still got to come up with a topic. We'll figure something out this weekend. And then Tuesday on my channel, Tuesday night live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern. I got a nice antique shop haul to show off, including how I got this. So
yeah.
I think of the week, basically. And fun and eventful week. Maybe we'll get some wrestling matches if we all get quarantined. We'll probably break Xbox Live again. I know, like, once people start getting quarantined, Xbox Live went down. So,
dude,
yeah.
Vader powerbombed R-Truth onto one of those television monitors,
right.
and I'm not talking about those little freaking flat screens. I'm talking about big ass CRT in the back. That was painful.
That was my favorite. I took a screen cap of that. I'll have to upload it sometime.
Gore Vidal says he's voted for V for Vendetta, and
Good
Chris
vote.
Barrett voted for Marvels.
Oh, look at this. We got Mr.
I think V for Vendetta is to the
Rob
point
Hurst.
where we're going to have to just do a show on it at some point.
Mhm.
It's gotten a lot of love. Didn't quite win the fan vote.
It's like that watch.
Seems like our regular watchers, for the most part, were the ones who were voting for V for Vendetta. So
you gotta love some Alan Moore, man. Wouldn't it be cool if he shaved all his hair off?
Of course, Chris Barrett voted for Marvels.
Chad, what else, Chad? You got any other stuff going on? You gave a lot of great announcements already. I wanted to go to you before we went to fill a time. All right, where he's thumbs up. I want to know, Drew Manchu, what you got going on, man?
I tell you what, Monday I'm going to be doing a live stream in the afternoon sometime on Monday. So if you guys are around on Monday afternoon, probably around 4 or 5 in the evening Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be launching the Drew Manchu mystery boxes. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be selling mystery boxes like everyone else.
Carson loves mystery boxes.
I know Carson loves mystery boxes. So stop by on Monday and check and see what's going to be going in those mystery boxes and how you get your hands on one. Beyond that, Modern Men, we're going to be reading I Hate Fairyland from Scotty Young. Mr. Gretzky 9966 says he's not a Scotty Young fan. Hey, man, then, screw him over it and pirate this book and read it along with us.
Secrets.
Yeah, just
it's a
read along
book.
with us. I think that you'll have some fun. You'll have some fun reading this story. If you have any love for Mad Magazine, it's definitely worth checking out. Really nice throwback stuff. So we're going to be talking about it on Modern Men. We'll also be bringing you a topic as well eventually. If you have any ideas of what the topic could be, just put a comment in the comment section down below in the rewind of this video.
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about. Well, fans, we've got to kick it tonight, man. What's up, Chad? Is that you, Chad?
Can I show one thing?
Oh, yeah.
Can I show one thing? Drew, please don't filibuster.
Ooh, cool.
So,
don't filibuster about what?
All right.
Is that a Blade Runner cover?
Oh, that's cool.
So this is a new deceased book that's coming out in May, where it's Damien, Jonathan, and Cassie return to the deceased planet after they grow up.
Is that Swamp Thing?
Yep.
And
I see him.
Cool.
I see him already.
Yep. And here it is. I'm sorry, Drew, but first week of May we get.
Oh, I know what he's gonna do. Is it the three something?
Three Jokers.
Oh yeah, Jeff Johns.
This means
Jeff Johns.
That's
There's
a great
30 years after Batman, the Killing. 30 years after Batman, the Killing Joke changed comics forever. The Three Jokers re-examines the myth of who or what the Joker is and what is at the heart of his eternal battle with Batman.
I'm pretty pumped for it. I'll read it. Probably won't buy it, but I'll read it digitally.
All right. Back to you, Ledge.
Well, man, it was a kick-ass night tonight. Thank y'all so much for watching. We know that when you're watching us, you're taking the time out of your Friday night to be with the Comic Core family, and we couldn't be more thankful, more blessed to have you in our lives, because we're here to entertain each and every one of you. And even you folks that watching on the rewind, y'all always know that the Comic Core is a good time. Man, that's about all we got time for tonight. But let me get my shit together. I got to chat up, checking that chat. Let's go to the brand, because big shout out to the guy that makes a lot of our graphics, Bob World, one of the best in the YouTube comic book community. And if you ever need some help with creating kick-ass graphics or intros or outros, see good old Bob World. Fans, this is the great legend for the Comic Core saying, peace out, God bless.